In a series of videos, I will speak about research, and in this particular video, I will talk about how to construct a title for a research, and from where should we get a title for the research, and what are the descriptions and the characteristics of that research title. So first, let us see where to get a research title. Some of our junior staff, they ask about, I want a title or I want a subject to study for my thesis or for a research, something like this. And usually these titles should come from discussions that are carried on during the clinical meetings, in conferences or seminars, and in interviewing patients to know their perception in the healthcare management, and in also discussing with the junior training staff about their training program. Usually some questions will arise, and we need specific answers. If these answers are not solid, then we have to read the literature to see what is going on in the world, and then if there is a definitive answer, it's all right. Otherwise, then we have to formulate a research. Also, sometimes some members of the department would like to know whether the outcomes of the management they do for some patients for a certain disease is similar to what has been published in the international literature. And if not, what is the difference and why? For this reason, they just go back to the medical records, select the files of the patients with that specific disease or procedure, and collect the data of these patients, analyze them, feed the data to the computer, make the statistical analysis, and come with results to compare it with the what has been published in the international literature. Usually, as I said, we should look for an answer for any question in the literature. And in the coming video, I will speak about the details how to look for authentic literature. This needs a video by itself. Not to fall in bad journals, in fake journals, in predatory journals. If the answer in the international literature is not conclusive, is not solid, then we have to formulate a provisional title for the research. Now, what are the characteristics of the title of the research? The title of the research should be concise. It should not be redundant, written in 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. No, it should be 1.5 lines. It should be concise, it should be short and informative, up to the point, and it should reflect the concept of the whole research. It should reflect the story of the research. What is it about? And it should also reflect clearly the methodology used in that research. Usually you find the title followed by semicolon and cross-sectional study. Title, semicolon, and then prospective randomized controlled study. Title, semicolon, cohort study, like this. It should reflect the methodology. It should be captative. It should capture the those who are looking for similar research. it should capture the brains and the eyes of the readers, that this is an interesting title. And then they will read the abstract. If they found also the abstract is good, if they find the abstract is good, they will continue reading the rest of the article, the rest of the research. Now, the research also has got some specifications mentioned in brief in the eponym Finer and the eponym Pico or Picot. The eponym are letters that give a name, like Finer. Finer, it is an abbreviation. The F stands for feasible, that the title should reflect a study which is feasible to be done, which is achievable, attainable, can be done. I, Finer, F-I-N-E-R, I stand for interesting. If it is not interesting, nobody will read it, and no journal will publish it. It should be interesting. F-I-N, it should be novel. And novelty is important. It is the addition to the international literature. And it is easy to be done, particularly in these days, when we relate things to what is happening, related, what is the impact of the war in the management, in certain management of certain diseases in Sudan. And this is new to the world. The world would like to know what is happening during war in Sudan in the medical health. This will give the novelty, the originality. F-I-N-R-N-E-R, E is ethical. Any research should be in keeping with all ethical issues, all ethical regulations. And R, it should be relevant to the practice. It should be relevant to the readers who are interested in this field. It should be reliable. If it is conducted several times in the same atmosphere with the same context, then it will achieve almost the same results. In experimental studies, the eponym Pico or Picot can be used to describe the title. It is also letters that has meaning. Pico, P-I-C-O. P stands for patience. And the patience in the interventional studies, in experimental studies, when you are doing the experimental studies, the interventional studies, you should mention the type of patients, what type of patients you are using, and what intervention. Pico, I is intervention, what intervention you have done. And C is the comparable group. The comparable group should be really comparable to the patients. Not in number, but it should be comparable in the age group. For example, in the general health, in the same disease, if you are treating certain disease with certain tablets, for example, or certain procedure, you choose similar groups. In one group, it is an interventional group. You mention what intervention you are going to do and what type of patients. This is group A. This is the first limb of the study. And the other limb of the study, the interventional group, the control group, you give similar treatment or similar tablets, but it does not have the same active material, does not have the same active ingredient. If you look at the tablets in the two groups, it looks similar, but one contains the effective ingredient and the other one without that ingredient. And you are doing the research to find out the effect of that ingredient, the effect of that material. Or in the outcomes, what outcomes you are looking for. So if you add P-code, it is a time limit that this study has been done from the period so and so to so and so. And if we take just an example, if we say in patients undergoing cholecystectomy, does a laparoscopic cholecystectomy carries higher complication rates than open cholecystectomy? This could be semicolon, then we add cross-sectional study, or semicolon, we can add retrospective study, or semicolon, it is a cohort study, like this. In this title, we have mentioned the patients, which are those who are undergoing, who will undergo, or who has undergone laparoscopic cholecystectomy. And their control group are those who will undergo or who has undergone open cholecystectomy. And the intervention we are using is the laparoscopic cholecystectomy. And the outcome we are looking for is the morbidities and mortality rate, the different complication rates, and if any deaths occurred. With this, I come to the end, summarizing the description of the title in research. And in the coming video, I will speak about how to search for authentic literature. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.